Engaging and thought-provoking and a good dose of common sense. We're for the people. Now back to Keith Allen.
All right, Michael Stumo is still on the line. Michael, I know things have changed, obviously, and maybe Woolworth's not going to open, and we have Amazon, and I get all of that, but you understand, I think, deep down what I'm talking about with Main Street. Can that improve? Can we see a better day for smaller towns and cities to start making it again?
Oh, absolutely we can. If we simply, to us, the trade deficit signifies the big problem and the big solution. We import 760 billion more goods a year than we export, which is the biggest imbalance in the world. If you just get rid of that deficit where we export and import, we produce more for this country and for export, just to get a balance, that's about 2 to 5 million more jobs, number one. Now, we don't have to be like China and just pay $3 an hour wages to get there, because we know countries like Germany and, frankly, Japan, which are high-tech, high-quality, diverse manufacturing plus service economies, don't have a China problem. They don't have an offshoring to Bangladesh problem. They have a bigger part of their economy is manufacturing and production in a high-quality, high-wage sense, and they're doing quite well. And so that's it's not sort of natural law of gravity that we have to, just compete and be, third world wages.
That's right. And looking out for us, and Fix America First is something we've talked about on this broadcast for many years. And with the founder, I'm sure you know who Chuck Carter was, but that was his drum that he beat for years. And finally, we got a president that seems to be in that vein where he wants to help out the folks, if you will, that they're the ones that have been paying the bills all these years anyway, and going out and fighting these wars and, just taking care of business. We definitely would like to help you out, what you do there. In a nutshell, what does, for our listeners, if your Coalition for Prosperous America is new to them, what do you guys do on a daily basis?
So we focus on the U.S. Trade deficit and the causes of it, with currency manipulation and these tax issues we discussed, as well as foreign massive subsidies that subsidize their industries at the expense of ours, so we can put people back to work, grow the economy, and get the plywood off the Main Street windows.
Yeah, we're all guilty, too. We're guilty on our end, and I'll tell you, I'll never forgive Bill Clinton, even going down to the bushes for doing it, because I'm thinking, they've sold us out. We know they've sold us out, and it's come at great peril. And, the untold stories of the, millions of people that literally have died of, early, way too early, and have committed suicide because they lost their jobs, couldn't support their family. We got to get back to basics, and hopefully we'll have some good politicians do the right thing this time around.
Yeah, one thing this last election has been is a repudiation of the globalists, the global government types that want just one world and the borders to disappear. But what happens when borders disappear? And I'm not just talking about immigration. Let's assume we just merged with China for the moment.
Oh, right? God forbid.
The border disappears. We just merged. And aside from, the political differences and the like, our labor market would be one labor market. And let's say we're at $31 an hour all in on average, and they're at $3. Our labor rates would converge to around 16. They would be happy. We would be a political powder keg. And that's exactly what was sort of happening now with all the trade deals.
Yeah, we don't need it, and we need to fight against that so that does not happen. I don't want the Mandarin flag, personally. I love Chinese food, but I don't want to speak Mandarin. Nothing against the Chinese people. Thanks for cheap items, but we need American jobs back over here. Every country likes to protect itself. Why is it a strange thing that America actually wants to do that? It hasn't been for a while, but like I've said, there's a new sheriff in town, and keep up the great work. Michael Stumo, will you come back and be our guest soon?
Anytime. My pleasure.
Thank you, sir. Coalition for Prosperous America, and their address is prosperousamerica.org. Keith Allen, for the people, all the best. May God bless.